Good morning, good morning. We are making progress on this gross thing on my face. Yay! I won't be late to work, but I'm definitely going to be walking in a little bit closer than I normally do because I was just about to walk out of the house when I accidentally stepped in something and Nola had gotten sick and I hadn't realized it, and so I stepped in it, so I cleaned that up and changed my socks. So I am driving a little bit faster than I normally would to get there. And there's a giant dump truck backing out, because of course there is. Oh, never mind, they're moving pretty fast. Okay, good.
Get out of work. And I got the exciting message from my manager that the people who are interested in the script that I mentioned are actually the same people. It's the ACES script, by the way. They are the same people who last year they showed the short film to, and they were like, we really like the concept, but no one's really interested in shorts. So if she writes it as a TV pilot or a feature, let us know and bring it back to us. And now they have, and now they're interested. I'm so
Remember when I said that I had that little trip coming up next month? So I'm so glad that I realized, don't tell me how I realized, that I booked the wrong dates through Airbnb. Yep. Resident dummy here somehow messed up the dates and wrote the wrong dates for February. And unfortunately, I guess the people have it set up to where even though I'm a few weeks out, it still will only give me back half. So I've rebooked a different one for the correct dates because the same dates were not available for that one. So mad at myself. So mad at myself because I basically wasted money because I was an idiot and didn't look at stuff properly. I'm literally so frustrated I could cry. So frustrated I could cry because literally just after confirming the other one, I got a message back from the other host saying, oh wait, I actually do have a room open. It just Airbnb is messing up and not showing it. I'm so frustrated. I'm so mad at myself. Okay, wait. I can cancel this reservation that I just made before 9 p.m. tonight for free if, hang on. Well, now I start work in 20 minutes. Let me tell you what just ensued. As soon as I finished booking that one Airbnb, I realized I had a message from the host of the one I had to cancel, the place and it's saying, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, this is why I had to cancel. And they go, hey, we actually have another room open for that date, and sent me the link to it. And it was a room that didn't pop up. It hadn't popped up when I was doing my search of rooms near where I was going to stay. And so I start flipping out because I'm like, well, I really wanted to stay here. I didn't really want to have to stay at this other place. And so I end up looking, and I was planning to write that person back and say, thank you so much. But unfortunately, I would only be able to get a partial refund back for the one I just booked, and I don't want to do that. But then I realized that until later tonight, which once again, I don't know why the trip is weeks out. I don't know if Airbnb has this new thing now where it's weeks in advance that you can't, you can only get, anyway, I don't know. But it was basically where, if you cancel before 9 p.m. tonight, you'll get a full refund back. And I was like, oh my God, well, I'm going to spend a lot of money right now, but I'm going to get that money back eventually. It's just, it'll take a few business days to be refunded onto my card. So then I ended up canceling that reservation, which I felt awful because I was like, I wrote the person and kind of fibbed a little bit and said, you know, what had happened. And then like, you know, something was planned and then that fell through and the person didn't reply to me for a long time. And so I booked an Airbnb. And then as soon as I booked it, they replied to me, which is sort of true, but sort of not. And, yes, so I have the other one booked at the place I originally wanted to stay in a different room that didn't show up on a listing when I was saying, can I stay near here? And it was like, no. So anyway, long story short, I'm staying in the place that I wanted to stay. And I guess I'm going to have to look out in the future for why Airbnb weeks in advance is so... maybe it's just the people or like the certain people that they have it set that way of like I don't know. I really don't know why, but I'm going to have to keep an eye on that in the future to realize why it's such even when it's weeks out, that it's such a close thing that you only get a partial refund. So it looks like I just spent a ton of money, which I did. I'm not going to get I got a partial refund for the first room that I had to cancel. So I basically am not getting that second half back. But the second one I had booked was a total of like $125. And then the one that I booked at the other room at the place that I did want to stay was like $108 or something, or like $113 after tax or something. So at least I will get definitely that much back, as well as some extra, since there's a buffer between how much those two cost. So that was insane and crazy. But it's all sorted, and I can't believe things are so crazy for a trip weeks away. I really just cannot get over the insaneness of what just happened. I can't get over it. However, here's other news that I don't think I've said on here. The people who are interested... Oh, no, I just said that. Sorry. I did say that when I was walking out of work. Sorry. I did get to go pick up the sequel from the library, though, that I got. Because I got an email while I was at work that said, hey, you can go pick it up now. We transferred it to that branch. And I said, sweet, that's epic. So I got to go pick that up. Super easy. Loved it. Very grateful they could transfer it for me, so I didn't have to drive a little bit further. There is something I should do, and that's what I meant to do. And then I realized... that was when I realized that the Airbnb was for the wrong. I don't have enough time to clean. I needed to do dishes. That's what I needed to do. And I don't have enough time to do that. So I guess I'll do it after work. And my meeting with my mentor was moved to today. And it wasn't yesterday because she was working on something. And is my washer still on? Oh, no, I'm trying to do laundry because laundry needs to be done because it hasn't been done in a while. So that needs to happen. I need to do dishes because the sink is too full and I don't want it to be full any longer. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on, everyone. There's so much happening. And almost dropping my phone. Sorry. This is what I get for trying to multitask. And I know, like I have tomorrow after work, but there's this book sale that is a little bit far away and it sounds really epic. Well, it's not a book sale. It is, but the store is moving. That's a thing. The store is moving. And so they're having this huge sale because it's moving and it's going on for a while. Like it's happening. If you get motion sickness, probably don't watch this clip. Sorry. I just realized because I'm putting that in the wash, I can wear it again. I really want to wear that. Maybe I don't actually. That's a complete lie. I just thought about something more in full and I probably don't. I gotta clean that. Sorry, this is oh my gosh. Nola, I found one of our, boop. Sorry. There's just so much happening that I'm like trying to make sense of. Anyway, as I was saying, so yeah, I could go tomorrow after work, but I kind of want to go to this book sale because it sounds really cool. And it's happening until like February 7th or something, but time moves so quickly and I'm like, will I actually have time to go or will I forget about it? I'll probably forget about it and I don't want to forget about it. So So I got the script back from the people who they hired me to rewrite it, and they wanted to make some small changes. And so then they sent it back to me for me to polish those small changes that they did. And so I wasn't planning on doing that tonight. And then I opened it up because I was curious, and I ended up polishing the whole thing, and it's 11:25. So I don't know if I'm going to do dishes because I'm tired. And there's a few other things I have to do that are kind of above dishes. So anyway, but there's one part in the script. So I reached out to one of my managers because I was like, hey, there is this aspect of this script that I see they have added back in to their little edits. However, I'm very concerned because it's not a huge thing, which means it doesn't really need to be in there. And yet what they're trying to do is make one of the characters a ethnicity that none of them and myself do not represent. We are not that ethnicity. And therefore, it's like, there's also no reason why this character is of this ethnicity. There is no description as to why that affects her. And if it does affect her, I don't know if we would need a writer's room where there is someone of that ethnicity, at least one person, preferably at minimum half of the room, who can see, who has that lived experience. Because we cannot write that lived experience. So I just left it out of the pilot entirely, because in the pilot, it doesn't factor in to the pilot. They have added it back in. It also involves another language. And that language I happened to study for 3 years in high school. Well, I did 1 year in elementary school and then 2, 3, 4, I don't know. Anyway, I barely remember any of it, but I remember enough of it to know when something's wrong. And so sure enough, there are things that are spelled incorrectly. There are things that are incorrect that I fixed in there that already does not give me the confidence that if you're trying to write from a character who speaks this language and you're not doing the research to get the language correct, I don't think that should be in there. Ultimately, it is their decision, but I messaged one of my managers because I was like, hey, I plan on doing this polish tonight. However, here's my concern. Should I make it sound like I have not done it yet? And so he said yes, and that he was going to talk to the other manager tomorrow. They already have a meeting scheduled. So they're going to talk to each other about it. And then very likely we are all going to get on a call together and discuss it with them and tell them our concerns. Because my managers are both concerned with it as well. Because my name is on this pilot. In fact, my name will be written by on this pilot. They will have story credit though. So that would go to them. If it were an issue, all it would take would me being like, they had it written that way and I wanted to change it and they did not want to, and therefore my job had been to rewrite it, and that was all that I could do. Contractually, that's all that I could do. Anyway, so I'm going to reply to them as if I haven't done this polish yet, and then I'll wait for my managers and I to discuss and schedule a call with them, which they'll probably word it as Jordan has a few questions. She was going through the polish and she has a few questions, or we have a few questions. So, which works well because the weekend's coming up. So I can say, thanks so much. I'll get to this next week. I am doing this last clip literally plugged in to the charger because my phone died, but I need to go to bed. It is past midnight. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Social media is in the description. Love you all.